Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
I could. Look, nah. It's just going up in an attic, man. I don't care whatever you want me to do. I don't care, John. Is somebody gonna be here? Scoreboard clock, all that stuff. Okay.
Will somebody be sitting here? Okay. Can he sit there?
Yeah, just be me moving around.
Okay.
Camden Ray, yeah. 22 is All right, welcome to WCHS Sports. We're bringing to you live WMS middle school football action right here tonight at Florence, Alabama, here for the Shoals Creek Flames. We are taking you now to the coin toss here at the beginning of the game for Shoals Creek. Your captains tonight are Drake Clayton, number 65, and number 20, Levi Grutzik for Wayne County. Looks like Wayne County won the toss, and they're going to elect to defer. I know Jake and Floyd was one of the captains tonight, along with Caleb Duggar, Keaton Green, and Camden Ray were your captains here tonight. The Wildcats coming out on a 5-1 record. The one loss early in the season, week number 2 in Decatur County, and tonight we were looking to keep the winning streak alive. 4 games in a row, the Wildcats have won, looking to finish off the season strong with the game tonight, and then of course next Thursday night we'll be finishing up the season down the road with a rivalry matchup against Collingwood. But tonight the Wildcats have a little business to take care of here at Shoals Creek, down here in Florence, Alabama. Your Wildcats in the white jerseys and the black pants with their black helmets. Shoals Creek wearing the red on red with white helmets tonight as well. Wildcats so far this season, again coming off a 5-1 record so far, have been primarily a strong running team. Avery Vaughn leading the team right now with 62 carries, 569 yards on the season. He's averaging 9.18 yards a carry. Caden Castleman right behind him at 65 carries, 383 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season, 5.89 yards a carry. Overall, your Wildcats have carried the ball 183 times, amassing 1,251 yards on the ground, a nearly 7 yards a carry average for a total of 17 touchdowns thus far on the season. Last couple of weeks, the Wildcats have opened up Jake and Floyd a little bit in the air game, and Jake is 14 of 19 so far on the season, 226 yards. That's a 74% completion rate, and he has got 2 touchdown passes so far on the season. And so the Wildcats going to be looking to continue those winning ways here tonight. 4-game winning streak on the road to take on Shoals Creek here tonight. So we will be back here in just a few minutes with the opening kickoff. Wildcats did win the toss. They've elected to defer their option to the second half, so they'll be kicking off to Shoals Creek to begin the game, and we'll be back with the start of that football game here in just a few minutes after the national anthem.
Could get everyone to please stand and gentlemen remove your headgear. Going to start with a prayer, and everyone please remain standing for the national anthem. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we're about to play. Give each of us the courage to play this game in a manner by which our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and of respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of his presence with us in this game. Amen.
time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Oh, am I live? Well, Wildcats and the Flames are going to forego the kickoff this evening. So the Flames are going to start with the ball first and 10 at their own 4-yard
Penalty on the
line.
play is an illegal procedure against the Flames.
Right off
Be a
the
5-yard mark-off.
right off the start of the bat, we are starting off with a bad position for the Wildcats, getting called for a offside penalty on the very first part of the game. So 5-yard penalty against the Wildcats is going to make it 1st and 5 for Shoals Creek. Ball now at the 40-yard line. Sorry. So again, kind of an unusual start to the game. We don't have a kickoff. The Wildcats just starting on defense. They went ahead and spotted the ball at the 35-yard line, and then an offside penalty going to move the ball up to the 40. It's going to be 1st down, and handoff is going to go right up the middle to Shoals Creek. That's going to go to ball carriers number 5 for the Wildcats, Knox Benson, and he's brought down by Keaton Green here. So 2-yard carry, 3-yard carry on that 1st down play is now going to make it 2nd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Sorry. No. Flames come to the line of scrimmage. They snap the ball. Handoff again. Now this time we're going to go over the right-hand side. Ball carrier is going to be number 2. That's going to be Ellis Southward carrying the ball for the Flames. He's going to bring the ball across the 45-yard line. Keaton Green making the play for the 2nd time. So two tackles early in the game for Keaton. But a 4-yard carry is going to be enough to move the chains, and that's going to move the ball out to the 47-yard line, where it's now going to be 1st and 10 for Shoals Creek. So now the Flames come out to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Wildcats in their standard 5-3 defense, 5 linemen, 3 linebackers, 3 in the secondary. This time the play once again going to number 5, the up back. That's Knox Benson on the carry, and he is brought down right there at a right there by Knox Bunch for no gain on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the for the Flames rather. Wildcats looking to make a stop here on defense. So let's see what the Wildcats are able to do here on this second down play after that the first series taking it for the first down. Flames come to the line of scrimmage. They're in a little unusual formation. Got the single wing formation with the two in the backfield. Number 2 taking the handoff over the right-hand side, and he is going to be buried in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss. So Ellis Southward going backward on that play, being brought down by number 58. Camden Ray making the tackle for the Wildcats there in the backfield. So that 2-yard loss is going to move the ball back to the 46-yard line. It's going to be third down and long. Wildcats definitely looking here to get off the field on this first third down play early in the game. See if we can't get the defense off the field and get the ball to start driving ourselves here. We got one back in the backfield in a double wing formation. Man comes in motion, and that motion man is going to take the handoff, sweep it around the left-hand side. He's going to fight ahead for a couple of yards, but he's going to be swallowed up by Stan Ullman, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 2 yards. And so that's going to bring up fourth down, 4th and 9 for the Flames. It's a great play by Stan. He paid attention to the motion, saw him coming around the edge there, and then he swung it around there, and that was going to be the end of that. So now on that fourth down, there is going to be a change of possession here, as Shoals Creek apparently, I don't know if they don't have a kicking team or what the case may be, but just electing to punt. So basically, what they're going to do is they're going to move the ball down the field, and it looks like they're going to spot it at about the 21-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats are going to take over. 1st and 10. We got 4:39 left to play here in the first quarter. Your Wildcats stout on defense to start, and now Wildcats are going to come out on their first offensive possession of the game. Jacob Floyd lines up in the shotgun with Caden Castleman as the tailback to his left. He's got 3 receivers split wide to the left. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to roll left. This is a quarterback run all the way. There is a flag down on the play. Jakin is taking off up the sideline, and he is rolling. Looks like he's going to go all the way to the end zone, but don't get too excited, Wayne County fans. I believe that this one is going to be coming back. I believe they're going to get a hold somewhere there on the interior line, and that does appear to be the call here. So we're going to get a hold. We're going to get a hold against Wayne County. That's going to negate that long touchdown run. And so that's going to move the ball back, and we're going to take a look and see where they're going to spot it. So Jakin took that snap on that design run all the way, and it looked like he was going to take it all the way to the house, but that holding penalty right there assessed is going to take that off the board. That's going to back the Wildcats up to, looks like about the 17, 18-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and 15 for the Wildcats. Not a great start there for the Wildcats. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a really good start. Jakin going across the left-hand side, but that penalty is going to wipe that out. So now Jakin's going to bring his team back to the line of scrimmage. He's going under center. Avery Vaughn, the tailback, and he's going to get the handoff, and he's going to be fighting around the left-hand side, trying to fight ahead for yardage. The ball does come loose, and one of the Wildcats is able to fall on the ball to maintain possession for the Wildcats. That fumble recovered there by number 75 for the Wildcats. It's Crucy making the recovery there for the Wildcats, and so the Wildcats are going to maintain possession. So after that 12-yard gain, a 3-yard gain rather by Avery Vaughn, that's going to move the ball up to about the 22-yard line. It's now going to be 2nd down. And looks like 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Floyd lines up in the shotgun. He's got one back to his right. Avery Vaughn coming in motion. He's going to take that sweep handoff over the right-hand side. Avery's got room. He's got one blocker in front of him, and he had one guy to get around and was not able to make that play. But he's going to carry the ball all the way down to the 48-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about We pick up about 23 yards on the play. And so, what do we have, a flag now on the play? I missed the flag. I did not see the marker. But it looks like we do have a marker on the field, and they're going to call an illegal block in the back against Wayne County. So again, that is two big plays that the Wildcats have had early on here in the ball game. Long touchdown run by Jacob Floyd, negated by a holding penalty, and now a big run by Avery Vaughn, negated by an illegal block in the back. And so now they're going to bring the ball back to about the 26-yard line. Wildcats are going to have the ball now. It's going to be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6 right there at the, looks like they're marking it at about the 24, 25-yard line on the Wildcat side of the field. Offense comes to the line of scrimmage. We've got a power I formation in the backfield. Jakin goes under center this time with Jason Skelton split out wide right. This time the handoff is going to go to the up back, Caden Castleman. Caden's got some room, and Brody's out in front. He's going to take off. He's going over the left-hand side. He's got one man to beat, and he is brought down right there at about the 25-yard line. That's a big run for Caden. Going to carry the ball down for about a 50-yard gain. So good run by Caden to flip the field and get the ball down to the Shoals Creek end of the football field, where the Wildcats are going to have 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. There's a big run there to open up things for the Wildcats, and for the first time tonight we have a big run that doesn't get offset by a penalty. So now here we go, Wildcats in the power I formation. Avery Vaughn, the tailback in the backfield. This time the handoff is going to get faked to Avery. Jakin looking downfield. He wants to throw, but his receiver is covered up, so he's just going to tuck it and run. He's going to get the ball down to about the 20-yard line, it looks like. Let's see where they spot the ball here. That's going to be a 5-yard gain for Jakin. So that's going to make it 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. Ball spotted out the 20-yard line. Clock running with no score here in the first quarter. We're down to close to 1 minute left to play here in the first quarter. Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. Jakin now in the shotgun formation. He's got one receiver split wide to the right, and he's flanked on either side by a running back. This time the handoff is going to go to Brody on the right-hand side. He's going to carry the ball down and power it right through the middle down to about the 15-yard line. That's going to be about a 5-yard gain, which is going to be enough to move the chains. And it's going to move the chains and set up a first down for the Wildcats at about the 15-yard line. Looks like they're actually going to mark that down at about the 13-yard line. So that's going to be a 7-yard run for Caden right there on 1st and 10, or to convert the first down. So clock running inside of 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Wildcats driving for a chance to score and strike first blood here in this contest. Jakin brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He's got split receivers, tailbacks behind him there. This time the handoff is going to go over the left-hand side to Avery Vaughn. He makes one little cut, shifts it around, and Avery is going to carry the ball all the way in for the touchdown. So touchdown Wildcats. That's going to be a 13-yard touchdown run. Wildcats are going to strike first and draw first blood here in this contest. So with 19 and a half seconds left to play here in the first quarter, Wildcats take the lead 6-0. Now they're going to go ahead and mark the ball there at the 2-yard line and get set up for the 2-point conversion. Looks like Caden is going to be set up in the Wildcat formation here. He's got a power blocking formation over the right-hand side in front of him, and he's going to take that direct handoff. He's going to power over the right-hand side and plow his way into the end zone to convert that 2-point conversion. And so with 19 and a half seconds left to play here in the first quarter, your score, Wildcats 8, Shoals Creek 0. We'll be back here in just a few moments after a few words from our sponsors for Shoals Creek's second possession of the football game.
However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. We want to say thank you. You guys worked really hard to like and share the videos, and we've helped us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Wildcats lead 8-0 here on this middle school ball game on this beautiful Tuesday night in Florence, Alabama. Shoals Creek now with their second possession of the game. Quarterback's going to hand the ball off to number 5 over the left-hand side. That is going to be Knox Benson carrying the ball. And he's going to carry the ball for a short loss.
Knox Bunch for Wayne County.
Knox Bunch making the play for Wayne County on that tackle. Sorry. I've just been notified that I made a mistake here. Shoals Christian. I don't know what I've been thinking about. I'm just sitting here calling the game and getting it all wrong. At the end of the first quarter, your score, Wayne County 8, Shoals Christian nothing. We'll be back for second quarter action right here after a few words from our sponsors.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Wildcat fans, we're here second quarter of
22.
looks like number 78, Knox Bunch once again. Short gain.
Very little, brought down by number 58, Camden Ray for the Wildcats. Brings us to third and about 12. Ball placed on the.
So that's going to be no gain on that run. That's still going to bring up third down now, and looks like it's going to be third and 12. I'm good. Shoals Christian comes to the line facing the third down and 12. They go under center here. Snap direct, and this time the quarterback is going to drop back. He's going to look to throw. He's throwing the ball over the left-hand side, looking for where it looks like Knox Benson is the intended receiver on the penalty of the play, but the ball does fall incomplete, and so that's now going to bring up a fourth down and 12 for Shoals Christian. And so now with a little unusual activity here tonight, they don't have a punter on this team, and so with any change of possession, they're just flipping the ball down to the other end of the field and moving it down to the other end of the field and giving the possession to Wayne County. Looks like they're going to mark the ball at the 37-yard line of Wayne County, and so that's going to make the ball 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at that spot, heading back the other direction. Wildcats scored on their first and only possession of the game, taking that early 8-0 lead. And now with their second possession of the game, they're looking to do the exact same thing again this time. couple of good run plays for the Wildcats early that were negated by some holding and blocking penalties. Let's see if they're able to clean it up and get it together for this drive. Avery Vaughn carries the ball over the right-hand side. He's breaking a couple tackles. He's getting a little shifty in there, and he's going to power the ball all the way down to the Shoals Christian side of the field, moving the ball down to the 45-yard line. That's going to be an 18-yard carry for Avery. So an 18-yard run. That's going to move the ball to the Shoals Christian side of the field at the 45-yard line, where it's now going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at that spot.
The first down Wildcats, ball placed on the 45-yard line.
Wildcats break the huddle. They come up to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like we're going to be once again in that power I formation. 2 tight ends set here with Jason Skelton, the receiver, split wide to the left. This time the handoff's going to go to the up back, Caden Castleman. Caden with a big run early. He's going to power the ball down the middle. He's going to move the ball down to about the 36-yard line. That's going to be a 9-yard gain for Caden. Caden's having himself a great game early on in this one. So that's going to bring up second. Well, they're going to mark him down at the. They're actually going to mark him down at the 30. Looks like the 37-yard line, so that's going to be a 7-yard run, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Wildcats coming to the line of scrimmage. Jakin back in the shotgun formation, flanked on either side by his running backs. He's going to bark out the signals, take the snap. He's fakes the ball to Caden this time, and he tosses the ball downfield. He's looking for Barrett Gallion, and he's got him right down the middle of the field on that streaking play. He's going to carry the ball all the way down to, looks like they're going to mark him down at about the 15-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 22 yards. So a 22-yard pass play from Jakin to
Up a little over 20 yards, it'll be first down Wayne County.
Jakin to Barrett is going to pick up that 22-yard play. They're going to move the ball down to the 14, and they're now going to make it 1st and 10 for the Wildcats there at the 14-yard line. There's a really good play fake there by Jakin, getting the defense to bite up on the play fake, and then he just hit him right over the top there for that big play. Barrett comes into motion. This is going to be a design quarterback run all the way. Jakin takes the snap. He's going over the right-hand side, but he is snuffed out quickly by Elton Salward, who comes up and makes the tackle for just a short loss, actually. So that's going to be about a 2-yard loss for Jakin, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Wildcats, moving the ball back to the 16-yard line. There's a really good play design for the Wildcats. I mean, they had a good play design. It looked good. They just did not have the blocking out in front of Jakin to be able to get him sprung loose to do what he needed to do. So now the Wildcats come in shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the field. Caden is the running back, and he's going to get the handoff right up the middle. He cuts it back to the left, and he's going to run it all the way to the end zone for a Wildcat touchdown. 16-yard run for Caden Castleman. And he's going to carry it all the way in for the 2nd touchdown of the game. So now the Wildcats extend their lead with 3:50 left to play here in the first half. Score now is going to be 14-0 for the Wildcats. And now they're going to spot the ball and come up for the 2-point conversion attempt. Gage Mathis in the direct shotgun formation of the Wildcat. He's got Caden to his right. He's barking out signals. He's going to take the snap. He's going to try to power it over the right-hand side. He stretches that ball out, and they are going to say he did break the plane, and the 2-point conversion attempt is good. So with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first half of action, Wildcats stretch their lead out to 16-0 over Shoals Christian. And we'll be back with more action right here after a few words from our sponsors.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Wildcat fans, we are back here on WCHS Sports for more middle school action. Wayne County back on defense after stretching their lead out to 16-0. Shoals Christian now with another possession here. They've got the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Handoff is going to go to the tailback. That's going to be, I can't tell who's carrying the ball, but he is carrying a pile. Knox Benson, number 5, carrying the ball for Shoals Christian. They had him look like buried at the line of scrimmage, but he just would not be denied on that run. And he carried a pile. He literally carried a pile of Wildcat defenders ahead for a big run on that play. So he turned what was going to be a gain of nothing into a 5-yard gain, and now that's going to move the ball down to the 40-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Flames. Wildcats here leading with 3 minutes left to play here in the first half of action. Remember, the Wildcats did defer to open up the game, so they will begin with the ball here in the start of the second half. Wildcats on defense. The ball is snapped, and this time the handoff is going to go to the up back. That looks like it's going to be number 2, Ellis Southward, who's going to carry the ball up the middle there for a short run, virtually no gain. That's going to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on that play. I stand correction. That's Knox Benson carrying the ball. So 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats, or for the Flames rather, as the Wildcats are on defense here. Knox Bunch with another tackle there. So that's going to be that's 3 tackles that he has recorded so far this evening for the Wildcats. Critical 3rd down here as the Wildcats are looking to get the ball back. Clock running down with just a little over 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. I know that they would love to get the ball back one more time and try to convert one more score here to then turn around and get the ball back to start the second half. Quarterback goes back and he tosses the ball upfield, and his pass is intercepted by number 4. That's Gage Mathis making the interception there on the play. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Wildcats as he brings the ball back to the 44-yard line where the Wildcats are going to take over 1st and 10 with 1:56 left to play here in the first half. Wildcats lead 16-0. And they're going to have an opportunity now with all 3 of their timeouts and 1:56 left to play here in the half. They're going to have an opportunity to extend their lead here at the end of the half. So now the Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage there at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Jake Floyd, quarterback, is in the shotgun formation, flanked to either side by a tailback. He's got one receiver split wide to the left. He's barking out those signals. He's going to hand the ball off. This time it's going to go to Stan Ullman on the left-hand side, number 80. He's going to carry the ball down and power over the right-hand side for what looks to be about a 9-yard gain. So that's a good 9-yard run before he is ridden out of bounds. So they're actually going to go ahead and give him credit for an 8-yard run there. That's going to move the ball back to the 36. Wildcats look like they need the 34 to get the first down. That's a good, powerful run by Stan there over that right-hand side, just powering it down into the boundary, trying to get out there in front, but unfortunately driven out of bounds. But that does stop the clock with 1:50 left to play here in the first half of action. Wildcats now face a 2nd and 2. Quarterback Jacob Floyd in the shotgun formation. This time his quarterback is a receiver split wide to the right. He sends Barrett Gallion in motion to the left-hand side. He's going to take the handoff, and the snap, he's going to hand it off to Avery Vaughn over the left-hand side, sweeping left. Avery's going to go. He's got one man to beat, and he is going to beat him, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone for a 36-yard touchdown run. Wildcats are going to strike there on that big run, and that is now going to be his 2nd touchdown run of the night. Wildcats seemingly just seem to be, other than the first possession where we had a couple of holding penalties that created some negative momentum, the Wildcats seem to be just basically inflicting their will here on this game tonight, effectively being able to do pretty much whatever they want to at this point. And so now lining up their 3rd touchdown on their 3rd possession. That literally took 20 seconds off the clock. So the striking quickly on 2 plays, and now the Wildcats line up for the 2-point conversion. More conventional look on this one. 2 receivers split left, one to the right, and Caden, the tailback, Caden Castleman jumps just a little bit early. That's going to be a false start against the Wildcats. That's going to move the ball back 5 yards. So that means that this 2-point conversion attempt is going to come from the 7-yard line rather than from the 2. So it's going to be, so now we're going to have that 2-point conversion attempt is going to come from the 7 rather than from the 2. First two 2-point conversion attempts, the Wildcats lined up in that Wildcat formation with the running back taking the direct snap. This time it looks like Jacob Floyd is the quarterback in there, and this time instead of going under center, he's going to go back into the shotgun formation, a much more traditional formation for the Wildcats. Vaughn flipped to the right. Jenkins going to look to toss the ball. He's going to pass the ball out to the right to Avery Vaughn. A little bit of a lateral move, and he's going to carry the ball through, and they are going to say he got in. He just barely got over that pylon, but that 2-point conversion is good. So with 1:31 left to play here in the first half, it's going to be 24-0. Wildcats leading. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play here in the first half of action. And we'll be back for the rest of the first half right here on Wildcat Sports after a few words from our sponsors.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Wildcat fans, we're back now on WCHS Sports. Shoals Christian, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Wildcats lead 24-0 here in this contest right here at the end of the first half. They have possessed the ball 3 times. They have scored 3 times, and this time false start by Shoals Christian, going to back the ball up 5 yards. That's going to move them back to the 30-yard line. It's going to make it 1st down and 15 for the Flames. The Wildcat defense gets a little bit of help there. So 1st and 15 for Shoals Christian. Wildcats defense has been pretty stout so far this game, and they break the huddle and come up to the line of scrimmage. Wildcats in their standard 5-3 defense. 3 guys in the defensive backfield. They send a man in motion. This time the ball is going to go to number 5, Knox Benson on the carry, and he is going to be buried in the backfield. He might have gotten, no, they're actually going to say a 2-yard loss. So that's going to back the ball up to the 28-yard line where it's going to be 2nd down and 17. Clock running with about a minute left to play here in the first half of action. Your Wildcats lead 24-0. And keep in mind, Wildcat fans, that the Wildcats did win the coin toss to open the game. They did defer their option to the second half, so they will begin the ball with they will begin the second half of action with possession of the football. Flames come to the line of scrimmage. They bring a man in motion over to the left-hand side of the formation. Quarterback fumbles the snap, and he is going to be basically buried in the backfield by Stan Ullman getting back there. Going to be credited with no, that's not Stan. Rather, that's Caleb Duggar getting back there in the backfield, bringing him down. So again, backing the ball up to now looks like about the 25-yard line. So that's going to be now 3rd down and 20.
Looks like about 3rd and 20. Ball placed on the 25-yard line.
Clock running, and I doubt that we'll get another snap here. I believe this is going to be the end of the half. We're down to 2 seconds, 1 second, and there's the end of the half. So the Flames choosing not to snap the ball there on that 3rd and long play. They're going to let the clock run out. So now at the end of the first half, your Wildcats lead by a score of 24-0. We'll be back for first half stats here after just a few words from our sponsors on WCHS Sports.
At this time, I would like to take a a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. Contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game. Okay, we don't really have a halftime show tonight. We just had the Shoals Christian cheerleaders did a cheer, and that was all there was to it. But we do have a halftime show sponsor, even though not really much of a halftime show. So just wanted to thank American Forest Management for sponsoring our halftime shows when we do have one with the bands and everything. But I just wanted to thank them for that, and thank all of our sponsors, and I'd like for you to patronize our sponsors, that give them a little love for making it possible for us to live stream the games for you, and we really appreciate their help, and we appreciate y'all watching, and if you would click that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, and get some chat going in the down below the video if you want to make it a little more fun. It's talk with people about what's going on with the game. All right. If you don't know how to do that, then ask your grandchild or your kids. But anyways, that's all I got.
All right, Wildcat fans, we're back with first half stats here with about halfway through the halftime festivities right now. Avery Vaughn leading the way for the Wildcats, carried the ball 4 times for 76 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 reception on a 2-point conversion in the first half. He was followed closely by Caden Castleman. Brody carried the ball 4 times for 75 yards with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion as well. Jacob Floyd, after that first run where it looked like he was going to carry the ball all the way in for about a 65-yard touchdown, but it got wiped off by the penalty. He wound up carrying the ball twice for 3 yards, but he did complete 1 pass on 1 attempt for 22 yards to Barrett Gallion there in the first half as well. Gage Mathis had a good first half, converting that 1 2-point conversion attempt and then the interception. And then leading the way for the Wildcats defensively tonight, we've got 2 guys, number 78 Knox Bunch and number 58 Keaton Green, or Camden Ray rather, are leading the way with 3 tackles apiece here in the first half. For Shoals Christian, not a whole lot to speak of here. Knox Benson, the leading rusher on the ground. He's carried the ball 6 times for 4 yards, followed closely behind by Ellis Southward, who's carried the ball 3 times for 3 yards. Quarterback number 12, that's going to be Isaac Grisham, has carried the ball once for a 3-yard loss, and he is over 2 on the air with that 1 interception so far. So here we are at the end of the first half, about halfway through the halftime, and the Wildcats lead 24-0. Your Wildcats will begin with possession to start the second half, and we'll be back for that second half action after these few words from our sponsors on WCHS Sports.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, Wildcat fans, welcome back to WCHS Sports. Jacob Kitchens bringing you the action here tonight from Florence, Alabama, where the Wildcats are visiting team tonight against Shoals Christian Academy Flames. The Wildcats lead 24-0, but now they are going to begin the ball with the possession here in the second half. First and 10 from their own 35-yard line, leading 24-0. The Wildcats scored on all three of their first half possessions. Jacob Floyd comes out throwing the ball down the line of scrimmage on this first play. He completes the pass to Jason Skelton, but he's going to be brought down after a short 2-yard gain.
Throws a pass to number 3, Jason Skelton, over on the visitor sideline.
So 2-yard gain for Jason on that play. It's going to bring up second down and 8 for the Wildcats. Ball at the 37-yard line. Stoney May bringing the tackle down on the play for the Flames. So it's now going to be second down and 8 for the Wildcats. Ball at the 37-yard line. The Wildcats, as we said in the first half, they possessed the ball 3 times. They scored on all 3 possessions. And other than a few holding penalties on the first couple of plays, it's really been all Wildcats tonight. Jacob Floyd brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He's going under center. He's got Avery Vaughn as the tailback in the back. He's going to hand the ball off to the up back, Caden Castleman. Caden's going to take it up the middle. He's going to break it to the outside. He's going to go. He's got one man to beat, and he is going to be brought down from behind at about the 20. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it, looks like, right at the 20-yard line. So that is going to be a 30, 40, 47-yard gain. So that's going to bring the ball down to the 20-yard line after a 47-yard gain by Brody there on that play over the left-hand side. It's going to be first and 10 for the Wildcats at the 20-yard line on the Shoals Christian end of the field. Looks like now we're going to get some substitutions for the Wildcats. Caden coming out of the game, and he's going to be replaced by number 4, Gage Mathis, coming into coming in to take over his spot there in the backfield. Wildcats in the huddle. They're going to break the huddle. They're going to come up to the line of scrimmage. And actually, they're going to send Gage out to split out wide to the left. And Jason Skelton is taking over in the backfield. So Gallion goes in motion from the left to the right. Jacob takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Jason Skelton over the right-hand side. Jason sweeping around the edge. There is a flag down on the play. He's going to take it all the way to the end zone. But let's not get too excited here, Wildcat fans, because I believe that this one is going to come back. And they are going to mark that as a holding penalty against the Wildcats on the edge there. Not sure exactly who did the hold. We'll take a look at the instant replay here and see if we can spot it. But you see Jason carrying the ball out there. Oh, yeah, and there was that hold down the field there. So that's going to mark the ball off 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's going to back the ball up to the 22-yard line where it's going to be first down and 12 for the Wildcats. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. That's the third time tonight that the Wildcats have had a big play negated by a blocking penalty. So we're now clock running here inside of 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. Avery Vaughn and Jason Skelton, the tailbacks, split to either side of Jacob Floyd in the backfield. Jacob's in the shotgun. He's going to take the direct snap. This time he's going to fake it to Avery Vaughn, and it's going to run the option pitch out to the right-hand side to Jason Skelton, who's going to power the ball down over the right-hand side. And it looks like he's going to carry that ball down to, where are they going to mark him? About the 14-yard line. So that's going to be a 8-yard play. So that's going to bring up second down and 4 for Wayne County. Ball spotted now at about the 14-yard line. Wildcats have imposed their will on the ground tonight. I mean, they virtually, not to take anything away from the opponent, but honestly, the only thing that has stopped the Wildcats on the ground tonight has been their own penalties. So now we come to that power I formation. Avery Vaughn, the tailback. This time the handoff is going to go to number 16, Barrett Gallion. He's going to power the ball from the fullback position right up the middle. He's going to plow that ball, looks like all the way down to about the 5 or 6 yard line. They're going to mark the ball there. That's going to be enough for a first down after that 8-yard run. So that's going to be first and goal for the Wildcats. Ball at the 6-yard line. And so now the Wildcats coming up with a chance to score here again with just over 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats leading 24-0, but now driving on this first possession of the second half, looking to extend that lead. Wildcats break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. This time it looks like Barrett Gallion is going to take over at the quarterback position, and we have some new players in the backfield for the Wildcats as well. He's going to fake the ball. Looks like, no, he does not fake the ball. He hands the ball off to Jason Skelton over the right-hand side, and Jason's going to carry the ball over the right hand, and he is going to go over the right guard and carry it 6 yards for a touchdown run. And so that's going to stretch the play out to 30-0 is the lead for the Wildcats with 3:41 left to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats are now going to line up to go for another 2-point conversion attempt. The Wildcats perfect tonight on 2-point conversions, a perfect 3 for 3 on the evening. And here comes the beef into the game for the Wildcats, number 65 coming in. And we've seen this play a couple times so far this year. Uriah Warren looks like he's going to line up in the Wildcat formation at the quarterback position. He's got a powerful blocking formation over the right-hand side, and it looks like he is going to take that direct snap. He's going to follow those blockers ahead, and he is going to be, looks like, brought down short, but then it looked like he was short, but then the ball is going to careen into the end zone where it's going to be recovered for a 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion attempt good for the Wildcats. And so now 3:41 left to play here in the third quarter. The Wildcats lead 32-0 over Shoals Christian Academy. And we'll be back with more third quarter action right here on WCHS Sports after a few words from our sponsors.
For making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. We're here in Florence, Alabama. Your Wildcats leading Shoals Christian Academy 32-0 here in the third quarter, and Shoals Christian taking over for their first possession here of the third quarter. They're going to send a man in motion, and number 10 is going to carry the ball over the left-hand side, where he is going to be buried back at about the 31-yard line for a 4-yard loss. I saw number 10 as the person, number 20, Levi Grutzik carrying the ball for Shoals Christian, but that's going to be a 4-yard loss. And Keaton Green, number 56, making the tackle in the backfield. So that's going to back the ball out to second down and 14 for Shoals Christian. They're going to move the ball back to about the 31-yard line, and that's where it's going to be second and 14. Wildcats defensively have been very stout tonight. They gave up a couple of runs on the very first possession of the game, but then they tightened up here, and you'll see with a 32-point lead, the Wildcats have got a number of their younger players in the game right now, trying to get them some live game reps as well. Shoals Christian brings a man in motion. Quarterback under center as he's going to take the direct snap. He's going to hand the ball over the left-hand side. I cannot see who it is that's carrying that, but he carries the ball over the left-hand side. It looks like he's going to gain about 5 yards on that. Knox Benson carrying the...
Brought down by number 21, Austin Overby.
And Austin Ogleby making the tackle for the Wildcats there on that play. So that's going to bring up third down and 9 with the ball to 36. The Wildcats defense looking to make a stand right here, seeing if they can't get the stop and get the ball back. Clock running with 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats lead 32-0. Shoals Christian comes to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback goes under center. He's going to bring the man in motion over to the right-hand side of the formation. He's going to take the snap, and this time the ball is going to go to his tailback, number 5, is going to carry the ball. That's Knox Benson carrying the ball over the right-hand side for no gain.
Brings us to 4th down, brought down by host of Wayne County Wildcats.
And he's brought down by a gang tackle there. I saw 3 or 4 white jerseys on top of him. So it is now going to be 4th down. With again a very unusual situation tonight is Shoals Christian does not have a place kicker or a punter. So with the bypassing the punt play, they're simply going to move the ball down to the opposite end of the field, and it's going to be Wayne County ball, 1st down and 10. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at about the 34-yard line where the Wildcats are going to take over possession. 1st and 10 at their own 34, leading 32-0 here over the Shoals Christian Academy Flames. Wildcats in the huddle. Barrett Gallion, the new quarterback for the Wildcats. It looks like Jacob Floyd's night is done, and Barrett is going to take over at the quarterback position here for the Wildcats, and it looks like the Wildcats trying to make some substitutions. Again, trying to get some younger players into the game. This is a great opportunity for the Wildcats with this kind of a situation where they can get some of these younger players into some live game situations where they get the opportunity to get out there and play. Wildcats coming to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Quarterback Barry Gallion lined up in the shotgun, flanked by running backs on either side. One receiver split wide to the left. He's going to take the snap. This time the ball is going to go over the right-hand side to Dakota Solway. He's going to carry the ball ahead for about a 10-yard gain. He's going to move the ball all the way down to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a 10-yard gain for Dakota. And that's going to bring the ball down to the 44-yard line. It's going to move the chains. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Actually, they're going to say he's just a little short, so they're only going to give him credit for a 9-yard run there. And it's going to be 2nd down and 1 for the Wildcats. Very, very short for the Wildcats. Wildcats again come to the line of scrimmage. Barrett's in the shotgun formation. He's got running back split to either side of him with one receiver split wide to the left. He's going to take the snap. This time the handoff is going to go over the left-hand side. Number 21 carrying the ball for the Wildcats. That's going to be Austin Overby, and he's going to carry the ball over the left-hand side. He's going to carry the ball down to about the 49-yard line. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. So, and that is going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So with 3 quarters in the books, your Wildcats lead over Shoals Christian Academy 32-0, and we'll be back for more 4th quarter action here on WCHS Sports after a few words from our sponsors.
Of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. 4th quarter action here in Florence, Alabama. Your middle school Wildcats lead 32-0 over Shoals Christian Academy Flames. Wildcats have possession here in the 3rd quarter. The 4th quarter rather. The Wildcats have had the ball 4 times. They have scored on all 4 possessions, converted all 4 2-point conversion attempts, and so now the Wildcats come out to the 4th quarter action. We do have, looks like, a new quarterback in for the Wildcats. It's going to hand the ball off to the up back. I'm not sure who that runner was. 44. That is going to be
44, Jordan Callard on the carry for Wayne County.
Yep. Cooler. Jordan Cooler carrying the ball for the Wildcats right up the middle for his first carry of the season. And so he's going to move the ball down for a gain of about 4 yards. That's going to move the ball across the 50 to the 47-yard line after that 4-yard gain. So Wildcats have the ball here, and we do see a lot of younger players in for the Wildcats at this point. I don't believe we're going to have a JV game tonight, so this is the JV game. This is the JV game right here where our younger players are going to get the opportunity. And so now the Wildcats are going to take a timeout, their first timeout of the half. And so with 7:13 left to play here in the fourth quarter, your score 32-0. Wayne County leads, and we'll be back for more fourth quarter action right after these words from our sponsors.
Sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. We are now back for fourth quarter action. Wildcats coming off that first time out of the half. I believe they were just trying to get that, make sure they got their personnel on the field. As we are getting some younger players now getting the opportunity to take some snaps and get some live game reps for the Wildcats. Number 15, the quarterback, he's going to hand the ball back to number 21, Austin Overby, and he's going to carry the ball ahead for a very, very short gain. About a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down and 4 for the Wildcats.
Brings us to third down and a long 5 for the Wildcats. Ball placed on the
ball right at the 45-yard line. 6:46 left to play here in the fourth quarter. The clock is running. Wildcats lead 32-0 here in this contest down here in Florence, Alabama tonight against the Shoals Christian Academy Flames. Wildcats in the huddle trying to get the play called, and they break the huddle. Now they're going to come up to the line of scrimmage. New quarterback for the Wildcats is number 15, Jace Martin. Jace is now lined up in the shotgun behind his center. He's split running backs on either side. He takes the shotgun snap. He's going to hand the ball off to number 8. That's Dakota Salway, who's going to carry the ball over the right-hand side. He's going to be brought down for a short loss of about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And so that's going to bring up fourth and 7 for the Wildcats. Clock running now inside of 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter of action. Wildcats look like they're going to leave their offense on the field and go for it here on this 4th and 7 play. Again, leading 32-0. This is just an opportunity for Coach Gallion to get some of our younger players, some of the 6th and 7th graders who don't really get a chance to play a lot with the starters. They're getting their opportunities to get some live game reps tonight in this game. And so now for them to be out there in a live game situation, these repetitions are invaluable for the Wildcats. And that right there is a great example of why we want to do that, because we have a flag against the Wildcats, and that's going to be a delay of game. It's just a situation, again, where the Wildcats have a lot of younger players in the game who are trying to get the calls. They're trying to figure out where they're supposed to line up. And now that's going to move the ball back to their own 48-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 12. The Wildcats look like they need about the 40-yard line on the other side of the field to pick up the first down. Man comes in motion. Jason's going to take the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Austin Overby on the left-hand side. He's going to power ahead. He's going to be awful close. It's going to depend on where they're going to spot the ball. Let's take a look and see where they're going to spot it. But it looks like he's going to be right at the line to gain. They are going to say, looks like Looks like they're going to say he is a little bit short. Nope. No, they're going to say he did get enough to get the first down. So a 12-yard gain for Austin Overby there on that play is going to pick up exactly what the Wildcats need to convert the first down and keep the ball with possession here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 now, ball at the 40, just outside the 40-yard line. Jace looks like he's going to go under center this time. He's got Dakota Salway and Austin Overby in the backfield. He's going to hand the ball off again. Number 21, Austin Overby, going to carry over the right-hand side. He's got a good block. He's going to spring loose, and he had an opportunity, but he's chased down from behind, taken down to about the 15-yard line. So that's a nice 25-yard run for Austin. Austin carries the ball down to just shy of the 15-yard line. So that's going to move the chains, and it's going to give the Wayne County Wildcats 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. That was a great run by Austin. If he'd had just a little bit more get up and go in those feet, I believe he'd have carried it all the way to the end zone, but he got brought down from behind, chased down there by one of the players from Shoals Christian. And so they do save the touchdown, but the Wildcats do convert the first down there, and they get to keep this drive alive. Wildcats now come to the line of scrimmage. We've got 3 men in the backfield in that power I formation. Jace goes under center. He's going to hand the ball off. I cannot tell, didn't see the number of who that was on the carry, but we'll get it here in just a second as he powered the ball right up the middle for what looks to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain. That's number 33, Jace Music carrying the ball for about a 3 yard gain for Jace. And so that's going to move the ball down to about the 12-yard line, and it's going to be second down and 7 from the 12-yard line. Clock running now, just about to hit the 3-minute mark. The Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. We got the 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback goes under center. He's going to hand the ball off. Looks like to Dakota Saltway. And Dakota's going to carry the ball right up the middle, trying to go right behind his big offensive line. But it looks like he's going to be stopped for no gain.
Dakota Saltway at right guard for Wayne County, brought down by number 5, Knox Benson for the play.
So no. Was it not? Was it 9? I don't see a 9 on the field.
Assisted on that tackle as well.
Oh, maybe it was number 9. Maybe I had the wrong number. All righty. So now it looks like Dakota's going to be the quarterback. He's going to take the direct snap from the shotgun, and he's going to fumble the snap and just fall on it right back there at the about the 17-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4 on that play. And so now it's going to bring up 4th down for the Wildcats. 4th and about 12.
Wayne County results in a 4th down.
Ball at about the 17-yard line. And again, Coach Gallion going to leave the offense out there on the field. Let them have a chance to get these live game reps. Dakota once again in the shotgun as the quarterback. He's going to take the snap. He does get the snap and handle it, and he's going to power it right up the middle. He's going to plow ahead, and it looks like he's going to be down. Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be, again, just like it was on that last 4th down penalty play. It's going to be really close. He needed 12. And it looks like it is. And it looks like they're gonna say he was a little bit short. So the ball now going to go over on downs. And Wayne County now going to take the Dakota needed 12 to get the first down. He got 11. So they're going to move the ball down now inside the 10-yard line where Shoals Christian is going to take over at their own 8-yard line. 1st and 10. And we'll be back with that remaining fourth quarter action right here after a few words from our sponsors.
If you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, here we go, Wildcat fans. We are back on WCHS Sports. We got 1 minute, 14 seconds left to play here in this ball game. Wildcats lead 32-0. Shoals Christian now taking over on downs. The Wildcats were on a 4th and 12 situation. They needed 12 yards. They got 11. And so now Shoals Christian going to take over deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off over the right-hand side. Looks like it's going to be Ellis Southward on the carry.
Number 2, Ellis Southward.
And he's going to carry the ball down for about a 9-yard gain. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1 for Shoals Christian. Clock running now inside of 1 minute. Uriah Warren. Uriah Warren making the tackle there for the Wildcats. So now the clock running. We're inside of 35 seconds left to play. Shoals Christian takes the snap. Quarterback rolls left. He tosses the ball, and he's going to get a completion on that receiver, and he's going to take off up the sideline dancing. He's got 1 or 2 men to beat, and it looks like he's going to carry that one all the way. That's going to be a quarterback pass completion to Knox Benson, who's going to carry the ball. Gosh, where were we? That's an 83-yard touchdown pass. So what a good play by Shoals Christian there on the that play. The quarterback just took the ball. He rolled to the left. Wildcats were trying to get to him. It looked like he was going to be in a position to really spring and go, but he saw his receiver, made that little shuffle pass, and the receiver, Knox Benson, went the rest of the way, carried the ball 83 yards for a touchdown. Now we're getting ready to set up and go for the 2-point conversion attempt, but before we do, there's going to be a timeout on the field. So now with 15 and a half seconds left, your Wildcats lead now 32-6, and Shoals Christian is going to have the opportunity to convert the 2-point conversion attempt. We'll be back with that right here after a few words from our sponsors on WCHS Sports.
Completely free, and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are...
All right, we're back, Wildcat fans, here on WCHS Sports. We got 15 and a half seconds left to play in this football game tonight. Shoals Christian just scored their first touchdown of the night on an 83-yard touchdown pass from quarterback number 12, Isaac Grisham, to number 5, Knox Benson. And now the Flames are going to line up to go for 2. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Knox Benson right up the middle, and he's going to power ahead for that 2-point conversion attempt is good. And so now with 15 and a half seconds left to play here in this game, Wildcats lead is 32-8. And we'll be back for the final fourth quarter action here on WCHS Sports after a few words from these sponsors.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free, and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat.
Wildcat fans, welcome back here on WCHS Sports. The Wildcats lead Shoals Christian Flames 32-8 with 15 and a half seconds left to play here in the ball game. Shoals Christian just scored their first touchdown of the night, and now the Wildcats are going to take over possession at their own 35-yard line. We've got our starters back out there on the field, and it looks like we're going to line this thing up in victory formation. Jake and Floyd going to go under center. He's going to take the snap. It looks like he's going to take the knee to try to run out the clock here. And that's exactly what he does. And so just looking here at the sideline, does not look like there's going to be a timeout taken. And so that is going to be the end of the ball game as the clock is going to wind down. Wildcats are going to come home with their 5th straight win tonight, 32-8 over the Shoals Christian Academy Flames. And I want to remind you, sports fans on WCHS Sports, that the middle school Wildcats will be in action not next Tuesday night, but next Thursday night. Next Thursday night, as we will go down to Collinwood for the rivalry game with the Collinwood Trojans. I know that's going to be a great game for us as well. John, where's our high school team playing Friday night, buddy? Are we at Huntland or are we at home? Okay, so Friday night, the varsity Wildcats will be at Huntland for a game against Huntland this coming Friday night. And then this coming, as we said, next week, the middle school Wildcats will have their closing game of the season as we travel down the road to Collinwood for that rivalry matchup. So we look forward to seeing you here for those action games on WCHS Sports. We'll be back for final game stats and a player of the game here after a few words from our sponsors.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. I would also like to encourage you to start a conversation in the chat. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.